Now, most people I talk to love Dune or hate Dune. There is no in between. It's either you get what the movies are about or it's just not for you. Luckily for me, I'm able to appreciate every part about Dune, whether that's the top tier acting, the amazing landscapes, or the wonderfully unique soundtracks. Now, most of you should have seen the Dune Part 3 trailer by now. I know guys, I'm pretty late. But I'm here to talk about it because, oh my days, there is too much to say and not enough time. But before I begin, where are my manners? Hi again, I'm Shahir, and let's talk about Dune Part 3. Now the trailer revealed a lot of things, and more importantly got a lot of people very excited, me included. Most were worried that Denis Villeneuve would be way over the top with the CGI, especially considering this is his final dance with the Dune franchise. But from what we saw, things are looking amazing as well as practical. Delivering a trilogy of this scale in 5 years is absolute insanity, and that is what all the comments have been saying. They've also been advertising random cryptocurrency, so I guess Denis's genius attracts bots too. In all seriousness, the stakes are at an all-time high, and this movie has to perform the best out of the three, because that is exactly what people are expecting. Also, the glaze is crazy in these comments. But let's shift perspective a little bit. This year has some absolute bangers dropping sooner or later, and so it will be interesting to see how Dune Part 3 will seem against all the blockbusters that have hit the cinemas since it's coming out in December. All I'm saying is, the hype might be overshadowed by some other movies coming out. Ahem. And Dune Part 3 might be an afterthought depending on its competitors' performance. It is a great tactic to be releasing the trailer in order to gain an edge, and it attempts to mark December as Dune December, but fans of other franchises might disagree. And it's no secret that Marvel are basically pinning all their hopes on Spider-Man and Doomsday to raise them back from the dead, and with the amount of promo the movie's been getting, it'll be very hard for Dune to stand against Doomsday. But both movies are so different in nature, considering one movie marks the end of an era and another marks the beginning of a new one. Regardless though, it's going to be interesting to see what people think of both movies, and I have a feeling in terms of box office, Marvel will eat up a majority of the market, and December is going to be a fun month for the film nerds. Shifting the focus back on Dune though, let me tell you what's going to cause the upset. Okay, so with the ending of Dune Part 2 basically being Paul Atreides taking the Imperial throne and starting a war across the entire universe, the trailer has no problems with mentioning how Paul has now destroyed thousands of planets, and immediately poses the question, who is Paul now? Is he Muad'Dib, Lisan al-Gaib, or Paul Atreides? Well, the answer is, he's all of them. He is the Dragon Warrior. Nah, all jokes aside though, Part 2 has so much action going on that the audience fails to see the danger of starting the Holy War to begin with. Then there's two sides to those who support Paul's decision to start the war. One side sees his path as the path of destruction with the least amount of bloodshed necessary in order to correct the state of the universe, whereas the other side sees the path of his destruction as a direct consequence of the faith that people put in him, and something that just should have never happened. The film acts as an even more true mirror of our inner need as human beings to follow such inspiring leadership and strength. Not only is Paul the leader we want to follow, but he also embodies the leader we want to be. The War Council scene in particular is so masterfully done and powerful in the way that it makes you truly feel how much this hits us in our DNA. No matter how blatant the warning being shown to us of the atrocities that will follow, we are still rooting for Paul. And the one thing that Denis will make very clear very soon is exactly why we shouldn't be rooting for Paul. And that's going to hit some fans, especially the ones who haven't read the books. In my opinion, the Dune franchise's message is not actually a warning against charismatic leaders, but rather a failed warning against charismatic leaders. And that is the true genius of Dune. We cannot stop it because we cannot stop our very nature. We want to be led by these great people who feed us hopes and dreams, but ultimately we are destroyed by those very same people. Of course, that's all speculation based on the books, but I'm sure Denis will tackle it in a much more subtle way that slowly builds and swells till the third act, where the action and final destination are both shown in full light. Whew, Boy, I can't wait. The trailer did confirm one thing though. Dennis found a way to somehow shorten the original story in order to fit the film trilogy format while keeping the spirit of the story intact, which is just crazy props to him. There isn't time to introduce 20 new characters without doing a full TV series over 4 seasons to cover the same ground with a one-to-one adaptation. That would also leave everything at the end of Children of Dune, but by making these changes he can keep the focus of Part 3 on Dune Messiah while integrating essential beats of Children of Dune to make the trilogy's conclusion feel satisfying and fulfilling on its own. At the same time, he's leaving the door open for future filmmakers to adapt other parts of Dune, which I'm convinced we will see in the future, 100%. Some people are saying that this is going to be a cathartic masterpiece which is Oscar-worthy, and you know, those guys are probably just the book fans. I mean, it's definitely going to be a cinematic miracle if he pulls this off, and we're just lucky to be here to see it. Especially in the 70mm IMAX, which is probably one of the most epic film ever shot. I heard that he literally had to get the lens invented to capture this vision that he had. And I guess the result will be a masterpiece painting in motion. Some are saying that it will be the greatest trilogy in film history. But you know, that's pretty subjective and I don't think I agree with them. Kung Fu Panda is up there.
What the fuck is going on here?
Don't get me wrong though, I love Dune and the whole intergalactic war that's about to go down, but the greatest trilogy in film history might be an overstatement. I guess only time will tell. Well, that's all I had for today, guys. You know what to do, leave a comment down below, like, subscribe, everything. I really just want to grow a good community here, and sorry I haven't been uploading that much. I know, like, as a small channel I probably should be doing a bit more, but I've been struggling lately to like have motivation to upload videos, and I've also had a lot of pressure from school and stuff since I'm applying for universities and stuff like that, you know, just different, just life in general. So you know, if you made it to this part, I really thank you and can't wait to see you in the next one, bro. Peace.